You've never get
Like
started.
calls meeting to order.
So everybody, dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the cooler weather, break from heat for the fall. So, but too, we do ask you for some rain for this area, that we need it. You know, our hearts and our minds go out to the families of recent tragedies in this community, that God, you would just bring comfort as only you can. And guide and direct us every day, and guide us forward as we see forward. And we ask, amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Aaron Herman.
Here.
Alderman Phillips.
Here.
Alderman Weaverly.
Here.
Alderman Crockett.
Here.
Alderman Walker.
Here.
Alderman Fair.
Here.
Alderman Benjamin.
Here.
City Administrator Asbury.
Here.
City Attorney Winfrey. City Clerk McKinney. Mayor Vernon, you have a forum.
Thank you, sir. We should have minutes from the last meeting and 2 claims reports. Anything you would like to talk about on those? Small claims reports.
Yeah, both of the big ones are, one of them is concrete for the end of Maple Street. The other one is concrete for, 8th Street here, Geyer.
Questions, concerns?
So, the only question I have is, if you look at this sheet, it totals 18,566.16, and this one does, and this one does, but the categories are different on the last page, but the totals are the same. So I just didn't know which one was the correct one, and we should get rid of the other one. So it looks like it's streets, community center, capital outlay, and water. Then there's a sheet in here that says liabilities for 650, so that's probably incorrect.
They're two separate ones.
No, they're the same according to this.
One's from 8/13, 8/22, one's from 8/23, 8/24.
No, she's talking in the same, the one from 823 to 826. The page 2 and page 3.
So I think page 2 is a mistake.
Should be community center, is that what you're thinking here?
So if the liabilities one is incorrect, then I'm gonna tear mine out and give it back to David, so I don't have something that doesn't match.
See what she's talking about.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Is it something that it's just a liability we haven't paid yet? For community center?
It honestly could be how it's titled from where it's pulling, because there are two different reports, so they're pulling
Oh,
from two
it's
different places.
cleaning, it's cleaning deposit fund, so it's a liability that
Yeah.
we'll pay back to those people. On page 1, it's the deposit refunds,
Okay,
so it's a liability because we're gonna pay those back to those people.
okay, so, but we've never gotten two like this before.
But they're, we have, it's on the other one. So they're two different reports, they're not the exact same report, so they have, those titles are pulled from two different categories.
Okay,
And so the numbers are the same, but the names might be different depending on
Okay.
where they're coming from and which department they're coming from, because you see on the very back page, that says fund. So like the 200 fund is streets, the 220 fund is the community center, the 600 fund is capital outlay, and the 700 fund is water.
okay,
And
and this is
those-
the actual department budget.
In the department, we have a fund, a department, and then an account number for each GL. And so they're two different.
Okay, I don't ever remember getting these two, is that something new, or maybe they matched for the first time ever, or what's going on?
The only time they're not gonna match is in a deposit situation or in any kind of a payable situation like that. And so we do them once a month. But yeah, you can see on the other one, they're the same thing. Cause a lot of times those departments are named the same as the
Gotcha.
fund.
Okay.
But if they're it depends on where they're at in our trial balance, if that makes sense.
Where you're at in the pay cycle, correct?
Yes, it's, the liability, it's not an expense or a revenue, and
Gotcha.
so it's,
Gotcha.
it makes sense.
It's like an encumbered expense until it's paid out. Gotcha. Okay, thank you. I don't have any other questions.
Someone wanna make a motion?
Make sure we get bills and approve the minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. citizen participation. Scott, you wanna do it first?
Sure. Alright, we had a bid opening for the water main improvements. Countryside Street. It came in really nice. Everybody got a copy? No?
Yes.
They attached-
Yeah.
Okay.
Attached to the back of the thing.
So our engineering estimate was 1.2 million, it came in basically 1,057,000. So well under the engineer's estimate. All the grouping of the 4 contractors that did this project were very close. So that makes me happy in that respect. The low bidder, Dittmer Ditching, Calhoun. Don't know them, so we did some, research on them. Called on their references and got some more information out of them. We didn't see anything in our due diligence that would prohibit us from awarding this project.
So I did not, I emailed this out to you all yesterday, you would have got it, it looks like this. I did not bring copies for everyone today, but you got it yesterday in an email.
So my only question is, they're a 6-year-old company, is that what I took from that? Cause that one person said it was really early on, the one reference.
They've been around for 20 something
Okay,
years.
so that one that said they were early in that scope, which one it was?
So,
So they were right.
I think it was this one.
which one? I know I saw 23 years on there too.
Right there, yes, if they had previous experience in the project, so if they had previous experience in doing this exact thing, I assume they have, cause this one right here said,
This one haven't done work for them in over 20 years, that's what I was thinking of.
this one down here though said, yes, if they had previous experience in project scope, so I assume they've done this exact same thing in other places.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that stuck out to me on that last one. Okay.
So they've been around for a while. So there's nothing that I can see in here that would prohibit us from not awarding the project to them.
Perfect. Thoughts, concerns? Need a motion?
I move we award the bid to the Dittmer Company.
Second.
All in favor? All opposed? Motion passes. Any other citizens like to speak? Nope. Okay, if not, we'll move into staff updates, which, David? You're the one.
We're gonna talk about Parks and Rec or?
Okay. Steve did give us some information on what they've been working on. Maybe you want to talk about this last intersection now.
Yeah, I can. So, starting last meeting, I asked Steve to begin coming to the board meeting, was just kind of update on what they've been doing and where they've been working in town. So that's what your first page is. Second page is just January to August 1st, which is what we went over last week. So the last page of that, most of you all know that the intersection at Manor and 87 needs to be repaired. We had to dig it out. There was I think it was a sewer issue there. We had to let it dry out, and we had to go back and fix it, and it's been gravel for a few months. And so Steve and I have been talking about how we're gonna get that taken care of as quickly as possible. And so he got an estimate for taking concrete from 87, 100 feet up Manor that gets basically into the entrance to the nursing home, which there's ambulances, there's heavier vehicles, the vans that transport the patients, things like that, so that will help there. The cost of that is going to be approximately $60,000. We do have some streets money in capital outlay that we can, this isn't an item that's out of budget, I did talk to him about doing asphalt on it, and he did talk to Capital just to get an estimate to see where they might be on it, and that number wasn't gonna be that much different for that short spot there, unless we had other streets that we were doing as well. The problem with that is that they would not be able to get to it until next year, and I'm certain that other companies are kind of during their busiest time right now, and so I don't foresee anybody else would be able to get to that until next year. And I'm of the opinion that it needs to get taken care of much sooner than later. So, I just want to let you all know that unless there is any, objections from you all, we're gonna go ahead and move forward with this fix for Manor Street, and the money will come out of the streets budget for capital outlay that we set aside at the beginning of the year. And that, the total is about $85,000.
So you wouldn't put it out for better doing maintenance on it?
We can do maintenance, or we can put it out to bid.
I always prefer to put it out for bid.
Who said they couldn't get to it until next year?
Capital.
To asphalt?
Asphalt's gonna be, cause all the asphalt companies right now they're in their busy season, and so they're gonna be booked out for a while. The problem with going out for bid and not considering a repair is that we're looking at not even starting on it for another month, at least. Because we've got a bid process, and then a bid opening, and then, project award and everything like that.
I'm sorry, I missed, who was the $225 a yard from?
He probably got I don't know where he got this from, probably Missouri Mud or Scott's Concrete out of Canton, because we got the estimates for the concrete.
And who's gonna do the labor?
I don't know yet. Steve and I talked about this for about 3 minutes this afternoon, giving me information. If you wanna take it out to bid, Terry, we can do that.
I just feel the bid is safer for us, only because, like the pavilion, they called it a maintenance, but a tear down is not maintenance, it's a rebuild. To me, it should have went out for bid. I prefer with the budget and audits that we do it with bids.
Make that motion.
I make a motion to put it out for bid.
I'll say.
All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries. So can you get that ready for tomorrow? Maybe. Get it out, so you can go faster. Maybe? Okay. Sure. Okay, anything else? David, anything else? Okay, we're going to new business. New business, bill number 43. This is all the fun stuff for the airport. Is there any changes in this, or is this what we always have to do for this grant?
This is what we have to do for the IJA grant. We've got multiple grant money coming in on this one.
Which one is this one for exactly?
This is federal money.
Okay.
This is part of the federal money. But yeah, we have 3 grants per year coming through on this, and so we have to go through and get through those.
Any questions on this one? This one is a lot.
When you say 3 grants, under this one bill, the 3 grants.
We have, there's federal money and there's state money with this one, and so we have BIL money, we have this IJA grant, and then NIL.
Maybe we tell them exactly what we're doing out there with the runway project and everything, so everyone's kind of aware. of
Yes,
what's going on.
so, we have, the existing T hangars have been torn down. We will no longer have T hangars at the airport. There are going to be lots basically for 4 new hangars to be built. And we are replacing the taxi lane through there as well. And so that's what's going on right now. They're supposed to be pouring concrete today. I didn't make it out there to see if they got that done. But this week we're gonna start seeing some concrete out there at the airport. So, It was supposed to be a 55-day project, there's a change order in here because they did not finish in their time, and so we're having to extend that time for them. So yeah, so that is what is going on, and as far as the board goes, you guys get this information in your packet, so you can go back and review that and see exactly what that's gonna look like and where it's gonna be.
Those are the being done. Okay, somebody come and asked me that the other day.
They're supposed to be done by the 1st
September?
of September.
Really?
Yeah, they're supposed to be. We extended their 55 calendar day time allotment by 11 days, and so they were supposed to be done in that time. Yeah, I'm not saying that they're gonna get done in that time.
There's no penalty to them if they don't finish on time?
Yes, we can start after the initial 11 days, we can start charging.
And our match amount is not changing, correct?
I'm sorry.
Our match amount is not changing on the grant?
There are some things that we'll be able to go back for, but this is a 90% grant, and so anything extra, is an extra 10% for us, and so this was, and we're actually under the budget for this is under the amount of the grants that we'll receive, so when that's all said and done, we'll kind of take a look at what else needs to be done out there, because this is one of those things where after 4 years, the grant money falls off.
Any questions on 43? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to put ordinance number 43, 2025 on its first reading and ask the clerk to read by title.
Second. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passed.
Bill number 43, 2025, an ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor and city clerk to execute agreement between the city of Elton, Missouri, and the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission.
I make the motion to suspend the rules and put ordinance number 43, 2025 on its second and final reading and ask the clerk to read by title.
Second. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passed.
Bill number 43, 2025, an ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor and city clerk to execute agreement between the city of Elton, Missouri, and the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission. Alderman Phillips.
Yes.
Alderman Weaver.
Yes.
Alderman Crockett.
Aye.
Alderman Walker.
Yes.
Alderman Fair.
Yes.
Alderman Benjamin.
Yes.
Mary, having ayes on passage and approval.
And I declare bill number 43, 2025 to be ordinance 43, 2025. Bill 44, once again, this is the change order, right? Okay, no, I think this is the change order.
Yes.
So you can see all the items that are changed. There's some conduit, rock excavation, get some money back for some utilities, sewer line, manhole they put in. And the change order is $23,334.13. Any questions on this one? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to put ordinance number 44, 2025 on its first reading and ask the clerk to read by title.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Bill number 44, 2025, ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor and city clerk to execute change order number 1, the agreement between the city of Elton, Missouri, and Bosley Contracting Corporation.
I make a motion to suspend the rules on ordinance number 44, 2025 on its second and final reading and ask the clerk to read by title.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Bill number 44, 2025, an ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor and city clerk to execute change order number 1 to the agreement between the city of Elton, Missouri, and Bosley Contracting Corporation. Alderman Phillips.
Yes.
Alderman Weaver. Yes. Alderman Crockett.
Aye.
Alderman Walker.
Yes.
Alderman Fair.
Yes.
Alderman Benjamin.
Yes.
Mary, have ayes on passage and approval.
I declare bill number 44, 2025 be ordinance 44, 2025. Okay, 45, this one is the one that extends the time, right?
No, the change order is in the time, it was right underneath the,
This one.
okay, so this is actually a payout.
Oh, this is,
This is a payout, and I will say that the total due is $342,000. These grants are reimbursable, and so we have to pay out and then send in for the reimbursements on the grant, so.
We know how long it takes to get reimbursed.
red on the airport by about $150,000. I am hoping by about a month, by sending in the initial ordinance that the first one that we had, we had to have, that was step one, we had to have that before we could apply for that. And so we've received the grant, it's not like we're applying for the grant, we don't know if we're gonna get it, it's just part of the process. But in order to be able to get those funds, we have to pay them first.
So that amount is $342,893.94, I think.
You say agree?
And then, okay. I make a motion to put ordinance number 45/2025 on its first reading and ask the city clerk to read it by title only.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Bill number 45/2025, an ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor and city clerk to execute payment application number 1, agreement between the city of Eldon, Missouri and the utility contract.
I make a motion to suspend the rules and put ordinance number 45/2025 on its second and final reading and ask the city clerk to read it by title only.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor and city clerk to execute payment application number 1, agreement between the city of Eldon, Missouri and the Brody contract. Alderman Phillips.
Yes.
Alderman Weaver.
Yes.
Alderman Crockett.
Aye.
Alderman Walker.
Yes.
Alderman Fair.
Yes.
Alderman Benjamin.
Yes.
Mary Ellen ayes on passage and approval.
I declare bill number 45/2025, and ordinance 45/2025. The only thing I have is that Dave's been working on getting all of our videos up on YouTube now. So we'll do a live Facebook and then he will transfer them over, which is more fun for him, that's it. So, but he's got it set up, so we're ready to go, so they'll all be there. That's really all I have.
Okay, I have a few things. So, the first thing that I have is the dog park that is over off of North Oak Street. The school donated the land for that. There's some organizations that have been working to maintain it, keep it updated and everything like that. The water bill has fallen about 3 months behind. They never had anybody that specifically was paying that bill. It's always been, can we, can you do it this month? Can you do it this month? And so there's never been a solid plan for that. So it was brought to me with a request that the city would basically take over the water bill for the dog park. It's not one of our city parks, but it is something that does benefit the citizens of the town. So there is no sewer on that, it's just a spigot, and so it's just water. So it's $24.72 a month that we would be losing in water revenue for the dog park. So I just need approval for us to not charge the dog park for water anymore.
Whose name is the land still in the school's name?
School's name.
Yes.
Land is in the school's name. The water bill isn't in anyone's name, is it? It's in Eldon Dog Park.
Yeah.
So are we just taking the water in off the park?
Yeah, the park is actually owned by the school, it's on their land.
So the way I look at it is they donated the land, we can donate the water.
The way it started was there was an individual that wanted to put a dog park up. The city at that time didn't have a spot really to do it, so the school took it on as a spot to do it out there. I know it's utilized a lot. Every time I'm over there, there's people over there. I don't, personally, it's $25 in water.
I'd rather pay the water bill than take over.
Yeah, so I don't know what that.
Small price to
Yeah.
pay.
Yeah.
I make a motion, we take over the water bill.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes.
The only other thing with that is that because of that, it hasn't been paid for 3 months now, and so we will be forgiving that balance as well. So just as long as everyone is under that understanding.
Absolutely not.
That will be,
Chris would like to take your-
$75.78.
All of his all in favor.
Right, and Chris would like to donate his pay.
Okay, the other thing I need an approval for the, Wendy was here last month, her last meeting, and, we went ahead and got all of the things updated for the 2022 audit. This is a proposal, a proposal for doing the years 2023 and 2024 together. So I need a motion and approval for us to go ahead and sign.
Is there a dollar figure on it?
And I put up,
Yeah, there was a dollar figure on there.
Yeah, what?
How, can you tell how much this year's audit cost total?
I can tell you in an email later on, but I don't have the budget in front of me, and we haven't been completely billed for it yet, so I can't tell you that. The 2023 financial audit is going to be estimated between $58,875 and $64,750. 2023 single audit, $83.50 and $10,775. So we're looking at between $60,000 and $70,000. The 2024 audit is going to be between, I'm just gonna estimate the two together, between $69,000 and $76,000.
And that's split between all the departments though, right?
It is split between all the departments. We usually do one of those per year though, and so we're going to be doing two of those, and so it's going to be additional funds.
We hope to do two in 1 year, right?
That's the plan.
So-
That's the plan.
Do we get enough money to do single audits? Are we gonna have to do single audits?
We're still looking at all those numbers.
Okay, so there's the chance we won't have a single audit in one of those years.
Correct. I don't think we will.
Okay. And that's not necessarily a good thing, because we didn't get enough grants, but.
Yeah, for 24, I don't think we will. 23, we might. We're looking at all those numbers. She's been on vacation, and so she doesn't come back until next week. So I kind of set it to the side, and when she gets back.
Bob's concerned, I mean, I don't.
We have to have it.
I think we have to have it, so I don't have a problem with approving the bid. However, I think we're paying her a fair amount of money, so we should have a realistic timeline with some expectations that these get done and not keep getting put on the back burner with the excuse of I don't have the staff or we're busy, because we all are busy and we all don't have the staff. That's a lot of money to pay out to have to wait when she feels like she has the time, in my personal.
So you think we should put like, have Ben write something up as an addendum to that, saying that we need them by this time frame?
Or at least, I mean, I think when she said she was here, it's gonna be the end of next December, which means we're still behind. I mean, if they did the,
Has she ever said that if we can't be patient, she doesn't? She's not able to take us as a client?
No, we talked about that, I asked her that if she didn't feel that she could do 2024 because of the things that she was saying, I asked her if she would at least do 2023, because I didn't get here until July of 2023, and so since she has an idea and a past with us to know what was going on, because there's a lot of questions that I still can't, that I don't have the answers for, and so that was also part of the delay in 2022.
and I get that.
When I asked her, she said that she completely understood that, and so I just told her that we needed to just go another direction for 2024, and she acted like that it would be just as quick of a process to do 23 and 24 together, and so there was no issues there. And so what we are going to revisit after these two are done to determine if we need to go with another company moving forward.
Well, and, I mean, Pat, I'm not saying we have to be pushy on the timeline. What I'm saying is we have to have a timeline, because we didn't have, so it was 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes. If we knew, that would also give us a framework for grants we would hit or miss and not bother applying for if our audits aren't finished. So it needs to be a realistic time frame and timeline, whatever that looks like for her. I know she's about to be real busy during tax season, and I get that, but for us, we at least need to know where we are looking forward.
Yeah, 'cause at this point, we
Does the
can't,
same thing apply to every firm though? I mean,
It
is
should.
this how it is in that world?
It should be.
Are they that busy? Is that what you're
Yeah.
asking? Yes, they're that busy.
Well, I mean, have,
In my program where I work currently, our sponsors have to have an audit every single year if they make over a certain dollar amount. It's a law, and they have to have it every single year. And they hire firms, and the firms know they have to have it every single year, and they don't get to say, I'm sorry, we're busy. They have to have it. It's a CPA thing. It's a CPA's worst nightmare to come in audit where you can't find records and you have to figure stuff out. But now that she has her footing underneath her, it shouldn't be as difficult to do the 23 with the half of the year that Mandy has, and 24 should be like cake to her because there will actually be records.
Right.
Yeah,
And memories.
Yeah, you don't know where to look.
I think a timeline should be useful, she should be able to put a timeline together for most of the deals.
I agree.
Just what it was like.
So, you wanna task Mandy with asking her a timeline, if we want it done by December 2026?
I mean, I think we need to have her tell us what's realistic,
Yeah.
because I don't want her to say I could have them all done by March, knowing she can't. But I also don't want her to say, okay, it's December of next year fair, that really might be fair, that might be it, that might be the best we get, but then she can't come to us in November and say, oh man, I don't have those done, and now it's gonna be March of the next year. Because if we hit December of next year for 24, and we can get 25 done in 26, starting out at the end of 26, we will be on time to do
Yeah,
our audits.
okay, are you wanting to approve?
I think it's fine to approve it, but I
But
would
then
just
ask
ask
for
that
a
we ask for a
timeline. Okay.
timeline. Because we're not gonna get anybody to do 23.
We make a motion.
I make a motion to approve that with the request for a timeline.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Okay, the only other thing I wanted to talk about was, I talked to Randy, he's not here tonight, but, the fire truck that we've ordered will be done in a month, 2 months?
Supposed to be, they said something about the middle of September.
Okay, alright, so we just started talking about financing for that, we had to pay half of it up front. The other half will be due at delivery, and so, we just need to start talking about how we're going to pay for that. Currently, the first half came out of capital outlay. Anything that we do for this, by the time we pick it up and do the financing, all that, we're looking at 2026's budget. I don't think that there would be much that would go on 2025's budget for it. And so I think for the most part, it'll be on 2026's budget. So, the question that I have is that, is this something that we want to go ahead and put in the fire department's budget? Is this going to stick with capital outlay? Are we going to just go ahead and pay cash for it and deplete some of our funds, or do we wanna go ahead and finance it?
Why wouldn't it be in the fire department's budget?
That's the question that I'm coming to you with.
I mean, that's what we did the tax for, to purchase things like this, so I think we would use those tax funds.
So my question is, what do we got built up there right now? Because that's a new tax. I don't know how much is sitting in there at the moment. And I'm not opposed to doing something where we pay for it out of the general fund, and the fire department slowly from that fund pays it back over the next year or two. Because I'd like to get 6 months built up there, I know we're not there yet.
We're not there yet. Yeah, and it would be something that would be an expense, monthly expense from that department. And so, because if we're financing, we get all that, we like that.
What was the
Can we do-
plan when we,
Can we do it in-house though, Andy, and not have to actually go out and finance it? Can we do it from the general fund and pay back the general
We
fund
can.
from them?
We
That way
can.
there's no interest on any of our funds, we're moving it from one place to the other and then paying it back. I like that better, that way we don't have any interest. You know,
I mean, and also I would just say, have you talked to Randy and asked what he preferred yet? I mean, I know it probably just came up and he's gone.
We've talked about it, I really didn't ask him what he preferred, but I know what he would tell me.
Well,
I'm
if
just
you did say
saying.
that, he's crazy. You should say.
But also maybe, I mean, I like your idea of the general.
Since they we're gonna do it that way, I would rather, that way it's not so painful all at once.
Well, they're not gonna have that much money all at once, and it's gonna have to be built up to do a lot of this project. So,
What does that look like doing it that way?
I can have numbers next meeting.
Well, anything else?
So just so I'm clear, paying out of the general fund with a monthly or quarterly payment from the fire department. Okay.
Can I do it either 1 or 2 years? I don't know how long it's gonna take to do it. You may need a longer time frame. I don't know.
Well, the good thing is too, if something major happens and they have to have that money for,
Something
God
else.
forbid, something else, it's
Yeah.
covered and it's not a payment due, we might just have to finagle something else for
right. It's your job, sir.
I'm on it. They better have lunch ready.
Okay, that is all I have.
Alderman, Alderwoman. Few who came in later, does anybody else want to say anything? Okay. Motion to adjourn?
Are we going into closed session?
We need to. Yeah, it's there in case. I don't know if it's as far as I know.
We don't have any new information. We weren't sure who would have new information, we do not have new information, and so that's why we put it on.
There's a motion to adjourn. Second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, we are adjourned. I do not have it on me. Thank you. What? Right there, I got that one spot.
You lost, sir?
Oh, there.
Back to work.
Oh, yeah?
Call me.
I will, I'll let you know.
Okay.
I added you,
Whatever.
I added you to the check.
Yeah, whatever you wanna do. Doing nothing every day.
I'd like all of them at one time, I don't know if that's gonna happen, so.
How many are there? 5? Who was it?
Yeah, we'll get to that.
But, I mean, because the city.
You know, that's what I plan on doing, honestly. Yeah, I plan on putting it all.
You driving?
I'll drive. Good, I'll drive.
Alright, see ya.
Alright, see ya. Oh, hi, David.
One of those was.